Welcome back everybody. So today we're back with the 2003 Jaguar S-Type R, and one of the problems we have is damage to the paintwork on the plastic rear bumper. So what's happened here is a few weeks back we were in Oxfordshire and some of the roads down there aren't great, and just for good measure there's a lot of road closures due to the High Speed 2 rail project between London and Birmingham. So there's a lot of road closures, so Google Maps ended up routing us down some fairly mucky roads, very gravel based mud tracks, and as a consequence where these tyres lost a little bit of traction, it sprayed up gravel and just damaged the paintwork just around here. Got the same on the other side as well. And when cleaning up the car, overzealous use of the pressure jet wash meant that I ended up making things a little bit worse than what it was. So previously it was just patches, but now it's taken off a whole layer of paint there, and you can see the black plastic bumper just underneath there. And the good news is that there seems to be a natural separation line here in terms of the paint job. So what I should be able to do is attempt a smart paint repair. And what I intend to do is to firstly just clean up this area. I'll probably want to just remove any loose paint on this section here. I'll then apply a 1000 grit sandpaper to it and just key it lightly, just so that the paint and adhesive's got something to bond to, because this is a plastic rather than steel or aluminium or aluminum if you're stateside. Then what I can do is, once I've keyed it up, I'll clean it up with some prep aerosol just once more to remove any underlying contaminants. And then I've got some adhesive spray. I'll put the adhesive spray on there as well, so that the primer will have something to bond to afterwards. And then, as I say, we'll probably put a single coat of primer on there, let that flash off. Then eventually I think we'll start layering up with some of the Zircon blue paint. And then once everything's had a chance to flash off and dry thoroughly, I'll also then look to put some clear coat lacquer on the top to just seal it all in. So that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. Before I get started, I guess I ought to share some of the materials and tools that I'm going to be using to effect the smart paint repair job. So I guess in the basket here I've got a couple of sheets of 1000 grit sandpaper. Also got a trusty cork block. Got some Automotive masking tape, various sizes. I've also got some 15mm masking tape just to get into those awkward bits. It's got an adhesive edge there as well. Got a big roll of masking paper here, which I'll be using to mask up the bulk of the car. In terms of other materials I've got here, I've got my grey primer, so I'm using Promatic grey primer. I've also got the Jaguar JHV, which is the Zircon blue paint. I've also got some Promatic clear lacquer. And I've also got a hairdryer and a pair of scissors. And the hairdryer, just in case you're wondering, is just to help with helping the paint stick to the plastic surface that we're painting. So because it's a vertical surface, if I overspray there could be a risk of a slight bit of overrun. So the whole idea is as I spray up, I'll get the hairdryer on there as well, just to minimize the risk of any run of the paint, which is to be avoided. I've also got my prep aerosol as well, solvent based, just to help clean up things. And I've also got this tin of high coat adhesion promoter, which is something that's quite mandatory for painting plastic surfaces. So I've masked up all the appropriate areas now, so what I'm going to do is start sanding down this area here with the 1000 grit sanding paper. Now some prep aerosol, just spraying it onto the area. I'm just going to rub this in one direction, just to remove any contaminants. Now I'm going to apply the adhesion promoter. Give it a good little shake. I'm actually going to skip going with the grey primer just because I've got a blend of blue paint already on some of those parts. I'm just going to go straight in for the paint. Just going to get some air on that. Okay. The paint has been applied. It's not the smoothest of finish, but fortunately it's in not a very noticeable area. Might better flatten it down once the paint has fully dried out. Whilst I've been here, I've been able to spray up this. I hope it's going to come out okay. I'm not entirely sure it's the best choice to do it whilst on the car, but unfortunately I don't have any more clips to take the trim out. But certainly it's looking a lot blacker than what it was before. So we're all pretty much finished now. This is the driver's offside rear. And the valance, and the bit that's been painted is this section here and just up here. I have to admit I'm a little bit disappointed with the colour match. But fortunately, because there's a sort of separation, natural line of separation there, it doesn't notice too much. So this is the near side rear, or passenger side rear. This one's not so bad because it's only had paint on this section here. Again, not the best colour match in the world, unfortunately. It's a little bit poor. And again, similar challenges trying to get an even consistency. I think one of the learnings from this is making sure that the area is perfectly smooth before applying paint. But I took the opportunity to paint this whilst in situ. I would have preferred to done it flat to get a more even consistency, but it's not too bad. It doesn't show up the car too much, and compared to some of the other sections of trim on this side, it's looking okay now. So all in all, not too bad a job.